Hey, I'm Pastor Randy. You got a minute? It's day 2 in the season of Lent, this wonderful spiritual pilgrimage to the cross that invites us to take a close look inside of ourselves, to think about those places within our lives that are not life-giving, those pockets of sin we've allowed to remain, those attitudes, behaviors, practices that can serve as stumbling blocks to our following Jesus faithfully. It's also an opportunity for us to engage in some spiritual practices that can hopefully move us toward Christ-likeness and Christian maturity. And one of those spiritual practices and spiritual disciplines is prayer. Now, if you're like me, you would acknowledge that your prayer life is not always what it should be. The season of Lent is a great time to double down on our intentionality in the spiritual practice of prayer. One thing that I have found helpful is to find a quiet place and to light a candle and just sort of get away from the world. The candle doesn't invoke God's Spirit, but it does remind me that Christ is present. I find that it's helpful, too, to maybe hold a cross or something that reminds me of the presence of Christ in those set-apart times of prayer. So, just a word of encouragement today as you think about spiritual practices during the season of Lent. May God bless you and move you toward more meaningful times of prayer. I'm Randy Lucas. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So long.